In this video, we're going to continue the conversation that tries to shed some light on the terminology and language that exists in the work we do integrating the skills of dialectical behaviour therapy and the understanding of personality that we get from schema therapy. As always, we do this to support people in their desire to live the life they want to live by being the person they want to be in the areas of life that are important to them, according to their true, authentic values and beliefs. Inside of this continuing journey, we regularly come back to the belief that our personality system is made up of multiple parts, and while schema therapy is definitely not the only modality that looks at the personality from this particular point of view, it is unique in that it offers a framework of behavioural actions that we can build an awareness for as being used by our parts on a daily basis, often in an attempt to cope with those difficult emotional experiences that we fear the most. So today, let's have a conversation about the term modes of behaviour. Okay, first off, I'm definitely not getting into the individual modes of behaviour that are available for us to identify inside of this framework in this particular video. This is mainly because there's a lot of separate videos exploring each of them in a great deal more detail available on the website and the YouTube channel that's connected to the Liberation Place. So once you've watched this particular video and you've got a solid idea of what modes are, I highly recommend spending some time exploring the website and the social media platforms to see if you can identify or just relate to any of the more common descriptions that we have for you to work with on that particular platform. As humans, we're constantly and continuously reacting to our own unique stories. Sometimes these stories are helpful for the way we want to live our lives, and sometimes they're not. The contextual framework for these stories are known as our schema, and when there's an active and dominant schema in our system, there are a number of different parts of our personality that are reacting to the meaning that these stories hold for us. For me, just as it is for everyone, the behavioural responses that my parts are using, the particular way they behave, the things they do, and the urges they experience can be linked to a framework of behaviours that, when identified, can help to define how we work with these parts moving forward in this type of work. For example, if I'm practicing one mindfulness on a regular basis, I'm building awareness for the presence of my parts within my personality system. This knowledge, when used in conjunction with the skills of improve to develop our mode journals, creates the opportunity to recognize the language, the feelings, and the urges connected to specific parts so that we can label them and know exactly how to recognize them in the future. I'm pretty sure that right about now you might be asking or even saying out loud to the screen in front of you, but why is this important, Stephen? So let's see if I can shed some light on this particular question. Modes of behaviour are linked to what state our system is in. If we're living the life we want to live and being the person we want to be, our behavioural responses to life, in other words, what mode we are in, will reflect this flexible and balanced state of being. If our system has fallen into a state of distress because we're reacting to a maladaptive and ineffective schema, then the mode we're in will reflect this too. Knowing what our modes look like, sound like, and feel like within our personality system lets us know what state we're in. And the number of modes that each of us has is really impossible to say, in particular when we look at the many different parts that fall under the banner of the healthy adult mode. So if you don't find a mode of behavior that matches how your system does something, in particular one that's coping with distress, that is completely okay. Take the time, name it yourself. We can work with whatever label you come up with. When we look at this in review, modes are the behavioural responses being used by parts of our personality to work through the situations that life brings your way. Sometimes these modes are healthy, effective, and adaptive, and sometimes they're not. The key to doing this type of work is building a level of self-awareness that means we can recognise what mode we're currently in so we can work with the part that's using this behavioural response. And guys, if you like the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel so we can get the word out there to as many people as possible about this new and inventive way to make changes in how you live your life that's actually sustainable in the long term, as it's built on evidence-based research. And while you're at it, smash that like button and turn on the notifications to get all the latest from me and the Liberation Place. I hope this video gave you a solid understanding for what modes of behaviour actually are, but if you want to know more, come join the live online meetings that I facilitate each week for free on Zoom. I'll leave a link to the page containing more information about these groups in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care, be safe, and be well.